Y'all, I have a little client story to share with you today, and hopefully it's one that we can all learn a little something from. I had an amazing client come to me one day, and she needed help with her content strategy and launch campaign for a brand new business. And it is an exciting business and so impactful and needed. And so I was so excited to work with her. But when she came to me, she mentioned she had already spent $15,000 on branding. And when I looked at her site, it was beautiful. And she had lovely, inspiring, empowering words on her website. But there was little clarity in her messaging. It was difficult to know who she was. Who she served was pretty clear. But her purpose, her reason for being here, how she was really supporting these women, all of that was jumbled up and unclear in a sea of, like I said, lovely, nice sounding words. So today I'm spilling the boba on why beautiful, lovely, fluffy, nice sounding words are not the same as clear, powerful messaging and storytelling. Hi, I'm Justine, messaging strategist and copywriter for phenomenal equity-driven women, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are here to bring our brands alive with strategic messaging and storytelling that sells. Back to my client. Like I said, she had already spent $15,000 on branding work and marketing. A lot of that went to design, and her designs were beautiful. I loved her logo. But while the branding company she worked with did produce a sort of branding guide and content strategy, it was very broad, mostly around tonal guidance when it came to messaging and copy. What she was missing was the foundational, critical brand voice work that every brand needs in order to communicate with clarity, with impact, and with conviction. Tonal guidelines are not your brand voice. In fact, when I build out brand voice guides for my clients, tone is one of the last things I look at. What we really need to dive deep into are your core values, your core compass statements like your mission, your vision, your brand positioning and brand promise. What makes you really different from everyone else in your industry? Even if you're the first in your industry, why are you the first? Why does this matter? Why now? And I think probably what my client was feeling is something I'm sure many of us can relate to, because I know for sure I am one of these people, which is she got excited about this brilliant idea she had. She wanted to transform women's lives and really give them the support they need during a critical time in their life. And she just went for it. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I'm definitely, maybe it's my ADHD, but impulsive. I'm not saying she was impulsive, but she just went for it. I get very easily excited when I feel like I have a brilliant idea and I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's go. We dive in. And then sometimes we have to backpedal. And that's not the most efficient way to do things, is it? So whether you are building something new or pivoting in a new direction, even if it's just a slightly new direction, it's a good idea to pause and align yourself. You don't need to build out a whole marketing machine, a whole sales funnel, if you don't have your messaging and your story straight. You need a solid foundation so that when you do launch your website, when you do launch your campaign, your messaging is crystal clear and your audience knows exactly who you're speaking to, that they need you and what you are offering them. They need the transformation you are offering them. If you want to know 4 common mistakes I see when it comes to building websites, check out my previous video on those 4 mistakes. And if you're ready to build something amazing with your unique superpowers, come have a virtual tea with me. Let's talk about building your messaging foundation so that you can tell the right story your way to the right audience. All right, stay tuned for more boba. Peace.